Dude! Oh my god, man. Nobody's, you know, I don't blame chat for not paying attention to the gameplay because it's boring as fuck and I wouldn't be playing this if I didn't have to. But just in case you didn't see that, I just clipped through the snake's tail. I just literally fell through the fucking platform.
I'll make a decision soon.
Oh no.
See, I tell you, my nerves are still high. This is the final verdict review for Battlemaniacs on SNES. This was 3 sittings for the clear. Final clear time was 24 hours, 51 minutes.
You need to get rid of that final score, though. There shouldn't be any hope for Battlemaniacs to get anywhere near 9.1.
My take on Battletoads and Battlemaniacs is that this is an atrocious game. It's a horrible game. It is a shell of the former game. It is a shadow of what the former game was. It is essentially not its own game, is it? No, it's not. It is a recreation of the original game, where they have taken levels from the original game that are tried and true levels. The original Battletoads is a legendary game. It's a legendary game for a lot of reasons. One, its length for a platformer, and the length and intricacy of the stages, with 12 full-length stages, if I'm correct, on original Battletoads. It was an epic-ass game. But not only that, it was the design within those levels. Battletoads NES is a janky game. That's its biggest flaw. Don't send me back. Don't send me back. Come on. Bro. I swear to God, bro, the game, listen to me, man. This game is sentient, self-aware, artificial intelligence. See, I was finally able to nail down the rat race, wasn't I? I finally did it, but that's not okay. The game thought it could stop me with its endless grinding. It's endless grinding. It never ends, bro. It never fucking ends.
Did you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world where none suffered, where everyone would be happy? It was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost.
That was its #1 defense. And then when I broke that defense, it fucking finally went full sentient and just stopped me. Like, no, you're just not gonna do it.
How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
It was an illusion. I'm starting to believe there is no ending to this game. See, they made a game so hard that you can never beat it, and once you hit a certain point of progress, the game just decides, no, fuck you. You just can't win. You just can't win because we didn't finish the fucking game. It's not even, bro, this feels like the game is self-aware. It's doing everything in its power to stop me from beating it. I can't even game over. I have to go all the way back. I have to go all the way back. Okay.
Have you ever stood and stared at it, marveled at its beauty, its genius?
Hard as nails, man. But really, really good. Those levels in the original Battletoads games are some of the best level design on NES. And the only fun parts of this game are levels that were copied from the original Battletoads. Except the levels in this game aren't copied as well. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. See how fast that shit goes? It's kind of like when you're reviewing this game, it's like where to begin. There's just so many things wrong with the game on so many levels. Then we can go through the parameter list, but just a broad overview is this is an incredibly grindy game. Your field of view is zoomed in way too much. It's incredibly blind. It's full of trolls, and it's just not fun to play through. You constantly feel like you're being robbed. It doesn't feel responsive to play, and blah, 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 blah. The list just goes on. So, the parameter list. Okay, so the controls. The controls in the game are not good. They're not the worst I've ever seen, but they're not good. It is a rather floaty game. You know, I would split the controls down the middle and give it a 5. When it comes to, like, missed inputs and stuff like that, I didn't really have an issue with missed inputs, but the game doesn't really feel great to control, but again, not the worst. So I'd cut it down the middle on the controls and give it a 5. But yeah, okay, so controls, 5 out of 10. So the level design. All right, so again, taking it back to the original Battletoads, 12 full-length levels in that game. This game only has 6 levels. They essentially took 6 levels that were in the original Battletoads and then remixed them or changed them and then reintroduced them here, but none of them are as good. None of them. And so what makes the levels good in this game is, like I said earlier, it's things they copied from the original. The original game is so good that even if you copy those ideas and don't do them as well, you've still copied a good idea. And so there is some value in the level design there. But that is outweighed by the extremely narrow field of view. You are boxed in like you are on a Game Boy screen. And there are so many times, like the snake level is the one that comes to mind first. There are spikes everywhere that are totally out of frame. Okay, gotta do a quick hop there, but you know, we had no practice and game over, do the whole game again. Gotcha. Well, we better become masters of the turbo tunnel level. This snake level in this game has got to be one of the blindest. Oh. Grindiest. Oh god. Unfair levels that I've seen in a game in a really, really long time. I didn't know where he was going! Dude, come on, man. You just wasted my life here, bro. You're wasting my life. You're wasting the player's time just because you can. So, the level design is really just mean-spirited and just piss poor. You took some brilliant levels and ruined them. For one, this isn't even a good concept for a game. Battletoads was already made. So what the fuck is up with this half-cocked remix where you're gonna take half the levels and remake them, but not as good, and then release it like that? Bro, the NES game, the final boss on the NES game, was a more complex boss than this. Couldn't do it. Oh my fucking god, bro! This is like some we whipped it together in a few months with our B team kind of game. Okay, this fight just became absolutely free. So now there's gonna be no tension anymore. And when we beat the game, and you know, I push the button and everything, like, oh, got you, bitch. You know, there's no tension there. You know, might as well not even press the button, because you know now now we know we're gonna win. Can we? You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it right now. Pow! Got you, bitch. Burned your ass up. I mean, you could complain. Like, you could really make this. You could go on for an hour about this game. If you really wanted to go in depth about every single level and what's wrong with every single level, I mean, shit, we could just name up one thing about every level, maybe 1 or 2 things, like level 1. The floor randomly collapses without really any warning or timing. Okie dokie! Hey, should we just see how many? Look how fast it goes! Did you see how fast that timer goes? Legends about your, oh, for real? Ah! Oh!
Oh my god, man! Ooh!
You know, the bridge that you have to cross over the lava. They have a troll enemy waiting at the end. It's totally blind. It's got the earthworm gem syndrome. This results in your character constantly outrunning the camera and ending up on the final third of the screen, meaning you have no idea what's about to come next. Combine this with the limited field of view and boy, you've got yourself the perfect storm of sadness, where when you're moving to the right, they keep your character on the right third of the screen. You know, rather than keeping you dead centered or keeping you kind of like Super Mario World keeps you like mostly centered. Some games will anchor you to the left. This game lets you run towards the right third. And what happens in a game where you're on the right third and it's full of blind trolls and disappearing floor? Can you take a guess? You fucking die. The turbo tunnel. It is harder than the first turbo tunnel. Bro, this game is fucking garbage. They don't give you indicators at the last checkpoint. This level's a piece of shit, boy. This is some stanky ass shit, honestly.
Stinky.
This level's like some straight up stank drawers, dude. But it's really bullshit. It's bullshit how they do it because, for one, it's visual cancer. It is painful to look at that level for an extended period of time. And the whole thing's just visually complicated. And then, like, yeah, the scrolling is so fast. And then not only that, but the obstacles, they flash in front of your eyes constantly, which is, I guess, good that they warn you they're coming, but, like, goddamn. Like, it'd be funny when we get to that level, we should disable, like, the background layer and see how much easier it is to beat the level. Just as an experiment. I think we can do it right now. Let's see what happens. It already looks better. Okay, why are we seeing the background layer still? Nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. What do we got? That off? Let's turn that off. Ha! Ooh, damn. Now we're playing with power.
Wow.
Dude, this looks so much better. Like, aesthetically, this actually looks sexier with the blank background. But, you know, hey. It's way too visually complicated. It's ugly to look at, but that's graphics. So, the first Battletoads, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't go into the pit where you die. You know, you're jumping over ground, you got your hover bike, you're jumping over the gaps. In the first Battletoads, you don't go inside the ground. In this game, they remixed it, and you do go in the ground.
Just the remix!
But there's really no indicator that you should go in the ground. The game's kind of trains you that if you go in the ground, you're dead, but then randomly in the middle of the level, now you do need to go into the ground. And what do you do when you're in the ground? I don't know. Do you jump? Well, no, there's hidden ramps. There's hidden ramps in the pit. What do you do there? Oh my god, that's... Oh my god. How do you do that? Oh my god. The only thing you can do is jump. Like, what else could you possibly do there? All right, then. We're gonna burn it. We're gonna ask the audience. All right, let's pull it up. Let's see what they do here. So, I mean, I've been playing this for like 4 hours already, and we're stuck at the end of level 3. When you fall on the balls, I think that's what I thought! That's so fucking cheap. I could've, it's so fast. The first couple times I died there, I was like, is that a ramp in the trash, in the dirt or whatever? Dude, that is next level garbo. Bro, that is next level trash. You can't even fucking see it. It's like a hidden ramp. Like, dude, that is next level trash. I thought you were just dead if you fell in the ball pit. Is he jumping or is that a ramp? Dude. That's horrible. Wow. This game is a far cry from the original game. What's funny is I still don't know how I did it. It doesn't function like a normal ramp. You know, a normal ramp in this level, you just roll across the ramp and you'll auto jump. Not on that ramp. You must hit jump. I don't think it's even a ramp. I don't know. Like, I think you just roll through, you just hit jump and you get out. Like, I'm not sure. But we're dead. We're dead. But, you know, whatever. Fuck it. So once you identify the rock, then you know when to jump. But there's no training. There's no indication for the player you're going to take deaths. This game is meant for you to take deaths. It's really, really obvious that they had a very short game on their hands. And so they did everything in their power to make sure you were going to be stuck in it for a really long time, which is essentially a fuck you to the player. Period. So that's just a couple of levels. And the list goes on. Like even the rat race level, the visual aesthetics, well, that's graphics, but whatever. It is level design. The visual aesthetics in the rat race level get in the way because they have foreground bricks that block you from being able to see. I mean, just literally everything they tried to do, everything they copied from the original game, they did it worse. And just blah, blah. The list, everything, every level in the game is flawed. The fucking motorbike level. The motorbike level is a shitty, like the original motorbike level in Battletoads is really well done. It has great clarity. You can tell when you're meant to do the inputs. And it looks really cool. It's futuristic. And you get a boss fight at the end. Now, granted, it's a janky boss. It's just a Tootsie Pop thing. It looks like a lollipop. But I'm fighting a Tootsie Pop. I don't want to fight a Tootsie Pop. What the fuck am I supposed to do with a Tootsie Pop, bro? Everything in this game kills you in one hit. It looks like a lollipop, but you get a boss at the end. This rat race is poorly implemented. Again, when you're moving around, now you're on like train tracks on this one, but it looks like visual vomit. And again, there's sections of that level where you're on the right third, depending on the level. And so it's so sometimes you have less reaction time than other times. And just the blind troll, they troll you on that level. So they do give you indicator signs on that level to let you know whether you need to be ducking or jumping. So that's nice of them, I guess. I mean, they're not really well indicated. They are there. They are indicated decently enough, I suppose. But another fuck you to the player. When you get to the very end of that level, they have a duck under the barrier, jump over the gap, duck under the barrier, jump over the gap, and then a blind-ass troll jump with no sign. Meant to just fucking kill you.
Run that back.
Slow that down.
This game is just, everything in this game almost is really just a fuck you to the player. It is a piss poor, miserable excuse for a game. And anybody that says they like this game has no concept of game design. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. The only value there is in enjoying this game is once you've memorized the entire game. Then there could be value in the fact that you have memorized it and can reasonably get through it without putting in so much grind. There's some value there, I suppose. But the level design is a fucking 1.
That's generous.
The levels can be completed. So they're not broken. So they are above 0.
I think everything that you said is correct, and it's almost like whatever they decided to add was only in like a mean-spirited way.
Yeah.
Oh, you like the tunnel level? Let's make something that is completely off base that is going to aggravate the player, and that'll be our new addition to that level that people remember.
How? That's a blind-ass troll. Ah, that's the troll. Oh, that's a fucking troll ramp. I'm not meaning to do, that's actually hard to avoid that. Maybe they knew it was the last game they were ever gonna make and they were like suicide bombers and they were like, yeah, we're gonna fuck this game up as much as we can. I don't know. Maybe
that's like when you're a kid and you did the dishes wrong. You're like, I need to mess the dishes up so they never ask me to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. They went to janitorial after this. I thought it was funny how there weren't even any credits. Ha, boy. What a great game. All right, the end. Let's check out the developers. Are there any credits? Let's see who made it. Was it the Stampler brothers? You know, the founders of Rare? I wonder if they designed the game. Do we get credits? No. The devs were too ashamed to put their name on the game. Anyway, so the enemy boss design. Shitty. Shocker. The first level, there's only 2 bosses in the game. Yeah. You have a boss at the end of level 1, and you have a boss at the final boss. There's only 2 bosses, so there's less content in this than the NES game. The bosses are trash. Trash because they're so basic. Like, the first level boss is like nothing. He just hops and hops and hops. You bash him. You bash him. He goes off screen. And just repeat that for the entire fight. He floats back on the screen above ground, falls down, bash him a few times. He has barely any animations. He's basic. He's simple. It takes too long to kill him. He's lame. The final boss. Look at how we fought her. Look at that. A very poorly made boss. You could just literally stand inside of her hitbox and duck. She's a minimal effort boss in the sense of you having to beat her, and in the sense of the developers actually creating a boss. 0 effort all around. So the bosses are going to we get a low score on the bosses. And then in the enemy design, these stupid ass derpy pigs at level 1. There's a finisher move that you have. If you double tap and bash, and when they're on the ground, you do something with the D-pad where you hold right and hit attack, and you'll do this finisher. But those pigs, the ones that are wearing different colored spandex, if you don't do that finisher on those, you have to sit there and bash them forever. You didn't get to see it a lot because I already knew to do the finisher. But if we weren't doing that finisher move on them, you're sitting there fighting them for like a good 30 to 40 seconds a piece. They have way too much health. And they're fine. They're annoying, but whatever. I don't know, man. The skeletons on level 1 are derpy. I mean, you really got to think. You really got to think about the fact that there's really not that many enemies in this game. Really, if you think about it. Level 1 has the skeletons and the pigs. And then you literally go through the turbo tunnel, the chessboard level, the snake level. Again, no enemies in any of those. The motorcycle level has no enemies. And then the final level has those little robot things.
But you're forgetting about the flies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the descending level. That's right. I forgot about the descending level.
Mm-hmm.
Grunt says, I think it's because people enjoyed the challenge of Battletoads, so they thought making a new level design a bit more obscure is what people would enjoy. Yeah, I mean, that could be the case. Yeah. Then again, you like Mortal Kombat mythologies. This is just like a perfect storm, dude. This is like fucking Hurricane Katrina of video games. Plus the game cheats, the AI cheats. Don't try to uppercut, because if you uppercut, like, the game will match your input. Hey! Bro, just wow. This is the COVID of video. Oh, nope, better pause it. Oh, already taking damage. Oops. Why? Why, Grunt? But he stands behind his opinion, and I respect it. I wouldn't go that far, but I wouldn't go that far. Grunt, you're getting carried away, man. Look! Did you see that? Did you see that? Who was looking? Please, at least 2 people tell me you were watching. That's hilarious. Well, we needed that life, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, goodbye. So yeah, enemy boss design. Hardly any enemies to even speak of. Like I said, okay, so the descending level, you do have the hornets that you can kill. They're basic enemies. They're fine. The snake things on the wall, they're really basic. They're fine. It's just nothing to write home about with the enemies, and there's not that many. And the 2 bosses that are in the game suck. So I'm going to give the enemy boss design a 2. I mean, that last boss is just such a derpy ass, like some LJN style boss. Mechanics. So they do what the original game does, in the sense that they do give you a lot of variety within the level design. Again, we're not going to give these devs credit because they copied Battletoads, so it's unoriginal, but you do get the variety. And because there is variety, your controls change throughout the game, and the things your character does can change. Level 1's a brawler. It's a very simple brawler. You literally have 2 buttons. You jump and punch. And you can double tap to run. Okay, then you switch it up, and then you got the descending level. You get the idea. So they do switch up your mechanics. You know, you're descending and going left to right. You've got special moves you can do on the descending hoverboard, as in you can cling to the top and then press down and attack, and you'll throw your hoverboard down. You can cling to the wall. You cling the direction towards the wall, press attack, you'll throw the board to the right. You got the hover bike level where, you know, you got to worry about jumping over the ramps, which the ramps are quite janky, be real with you. And again, they switched the mechanics up for the motorcycle race, and, you know, they switched the mechanics up a lot. What's there mechanically is fine. I mean, you do have... The meta of the game is really, to get through it, the meta of the game is really to stack a metric fuck ton of lives in the descending level, juggling those flies, which enables you to have time to practice, lives to practice with. It's just the mechanics or whatever. I give them a 5. They are cool mechanics because they were copied from the original game, but they're pretty basic at the same time. Okay, programming. Programming in the game is, again, piss poor. The hitboxes are poor. Dude! Oh my god, man! Nobody's, you know, I don't blame chat for not paying attention to the gameplay because it's boring as fuck and I wouldn't be playing this if I didn't have to. But just in case you didn't see that, I just clipped through the snake's tail. I just literally fell through the fucking platform. Do you feel me? The snake. I literally fell through the snake. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying here? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, chat. I'll keep you informed. Don't worry. I'll keep you informed. Just keep a tab open. I'll get real loud when it's time. Dude, I fucking hate this game. A lot of times you'll punch through an enemy, but you don't hit them. You'll feel like you should have hit an enemy when you don't. For real. Definitely a quality type. Okay, look, it just disappeared! You see that? You see the game's a fucking jank factory. In the snake level, we glitched out of the level. Bro, I just fucking skipped the fucking level. Like...
This is such a good strat. All that practice paid off.
Pow!
Oh, rare. You guys. And we were skipped to the next level, which was literally the only time in this game that the piss poor programming helped us. But it did. One of the spikes in the snake level, there's not even a hitbox programmed on it. Like, we jumped on it and there was accidentally, they must have forgot to add a hitbox there. Dude. Oh my... I like this game. Chat, look what I did. Look what I did. Ha ha. Damn, I'm good at this game. Yeah. That's so good. Yo, look, it comes right back. We still in the game. Oh. That would be hilarious if this isn't even a glitch and there's just no hitbox on this spike. No, there's not. Dude, it's so tempting.
What?
Okay, this snake comes down. Ah! Oh, man. Oh, man. They give you no fucking time. Like, bro, the time from... I mean, it sounds like I'm trying not to...
Gotcha, bitch.
We appreciate that. Yo, that was a triple alert just then. I'm trying to be a streamer here. You know what I'm saying? This is what you get for punishment. I can't do that! Ooh, I swear to God, man. Every time I try to engage with people, it gets me killed, goddammit, and it does. Well, I guess suck a dick and burn in hell.
See you in hell.
You know, again, that was a... Oh, I said it was the only time the programming helped us. That was the other time the programming helped us. But then again, we did die there. I mean, I give the programming of the game... It's not a totally busted game by any means. It's just a... The level design is so fucking poor. But the programming itself... I'd give it at least maybe a 5. But it doesn't have slowdown. I want to be extra hard on the game, but we gotta remember to be fair. So the programming, I would give it a 7. Okay, we'll give it a 7. Like I said, I already named the reasons why it's not a 10, and I think that puts it at a 7. But then again, the hitboxes are piss poor, so 6. The graphics are one of the only high points of the game. They look good sometimes. The backgrounds don't look, like the level 1 background doesn't look that great. The turbo tunnel is visual vomit. The background's visual vomit. The character sprites look really good, though. The character sprites are a high point of the game. The sickest graphics in this game are the snakes. The snakes are the coolest. Just, they look really sick. Like, they do look quite good. I'll give them like an 8. I mean, that's the thing. They traded off playability for... They wanted bigger sprites. They wanted a zoomed-in look. They wanted more detail on those sprites. They sacrificed playability for that. They sacrificed your fun for that. A lot more blind bullshit because of that. Can't see what's coming. It sucked ass. But the side effect looked decent, at least. Sound design. So this game sounds another high point of the game. It does have excellent music. The bonus... I didn't even cover the bonus levels within the level design because it was such a nothing burger. What the fuck is the point? But they do have 2 bonus levels sprinkled in. They will net you 2 lives on each level. They're easy to get the 2 lives. The first bonus... They are clones of each other. Again, this seems like a low budget, minimal time frame to make the game kind of game. But they do have 2 bonus levels there. You'll get 2 lives on each one. You have to collect 400. So on the first bonus level, there's bowling pins. 400 pins will net you 2 lives. It's a life per every 200. But okay, back to this. So I was gonna say the music in that level is really good. And this game does have great music sprinkled throughout it. The only music in the game that I really didn't like was the first level. The first level music was kind of like, ugh. But other than that, it was really good. And it's above average, absolutely. It definitely captures the sound that Rare had on Super Nintendo games back then. Battletoads and Double Dragon had a decent soundtrack as well. It sounds really similar to that.
Hi, I'm David Wise. I'm a video game composer. I've been keeping this secret for ages, but I can finally reveal...
Battletoads and Double Dragon is an overrated snooze fest. The game touched me right here. I was scared. I want to forget. But at least the music is good.
Oh yeah, you know what though? I'm going to take points off because if you really think about the sound design in this game, there's hardly any sound design outside of the music. You have a punch sound. There's no power-ups even to pick up. Like, this is a basic ass game. Like, there's just this game so nothing. But yeah, there's really no sound design in it. So I'll take a point for that. I mean, like I said, there's some sound effects here and there. There's hardly any actual sound effects in this game if you really think about it. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I actually think you need to deduct one more point just for the fact that the pause music was something that the original was known for. It was such a great pause music beat, and they didn't even port that over. Like, they had one of the easiest layup sound choices to make, and they didn't. That's an extra point lost just because it was something that people just remember about that original game.
That's a really good point.
But didn't you hate that sound though, Disease?
I did. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking with this pause music, bro. I really don't get it. Like, you want to pause the game so you can walk away. It's like, come on, I'm trying to pause the game, bro. I'm trying to get it. I need silence for a second. Yeah, that's another really good point. Bro, everything about this game started getting... It's like, come on, man, let me pause the game in peace. can't get over how fucking annoying that pause music is, man. I mean, I agree with him in the sense that it is catchy pause music.
Yeah.
But I hate pause
it's
music.
It's iconic, I would say that much.
Yeah. But I hate pause music in a game because when I pause, I want there to be silence. When I pause a game, I want to think. I want to go away from the screen. I don't want the constant sound. I'm pausing the game for a reason. Oh, dude, that's sick. Okay, for one, when you pause the game, it pauses everything. No music, nothing. Perfect pause. Look at that. But I can feel that way, but also I do respect what you're saying, and you are right. It is really catchy. And yeah, the pause music in this game is much worse. Let's demo it. Why not? Let's just get the game started and pause it. But yeah, in the meantime, Conrad says 8 out of 10 graphics when the game looks like Dookie and is missing animations is wild.
I got a headache. I wish that they would quit. I got a headache.
Yeah, man. I know. Hot takes. I think they look good. I mean, I would put them at an 8. The lowest I'd put them at is a 7. Missing animations. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true, actually. You know what? That's a good point. We'll take it down to a 7 because there's a lot of situations in the game where you'll kill an enemy and they just, like, disappear the next frame. They'll just spawn out of existence and they're missing animations. That's a good call out, actually.
Is that programming?
I guess it is, isn't it?
I think it's still a valid point.
I don't know. Sometimes you can throw them in either category, but yeah, I suppose it does fit more into the programming. So I'll leave the graphics at an 8. They're decent graphics. They really are.
I'd say they're decent.
Yeah. How much of this game was really just a copy and paste, though? I mean, you're scoring it very generously. Not really. I gave the level design a 1.
Yeah.
We haven't even got to fun factor. Nah, I mean, we got to give credit where credit's due, really. The graphics in the game are strong. The programming is mid. The mechanics are mid. They do give you the variety in the level design like they do in the original game, and that's inherently what gives the mechanics its at least what it has, is they are just copying good ideas from before but doing them more poorly, but they do copy that. I gave enemy boss design a 2. It's scoring pretty low. It's going to get fucked on the fun factor. Spoilers. Sound design. Oh yeah, so we just got done talking about the sound. Oh yeah, the pause music. All right, yeah, let's crank up this sick ass pause music, because every time you want to walk away from your screen, this is what you're gonna get to hear. It's definitely weaker than the original game. It sounds like shit.
Pretty much just drums.
Yeah, don't forget about that sick hi-hat. Okay, so yeah, the pause music sucked, but okay, overall the sound design is strong in the game, and I'd give the sound design, like I said, it's missing a lot of sound effects though, but the music is good. So sound design, I'll settle on a 6. I am taking a couple points off for sure, just because of the fact this has such minimal sound effects. Sound effects are, I mean, look, go back to Metal Slug from last week. The sound effects in that game make that they add so much to that game.
Come on, boy. You're mincemeat.
This guy is such a fucking prick ass bitch. Excuse my language. I know. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Don't call me boy. Come on, man. Come on, boy.
Come on, boy.
Yes, fun factor. So, fun factor. This game is a miserable slog. It's a miserable slog. It's constantly out to get you. It's constantly out to troll you. It's doing everything in its power to burn through your lives. Just all the time, just putting you in situations where you don't have reaction time. There's blind things off screen. It's super grindy. It doesn't even have... It has this kind of instant retry feature where when you die, you will respawn almost instantly. No! Dude, I don't know if you just saw that. If you were watching how quick you can burn 2 lives in this game, I just lost 2 lives in less than 1 second. Well, we were dead anyway. That's cool. Dude, that's fucked up. Look at that. Why did they spawn you there? You literally respawn right there. Like, you just have to, like, do that and you're dead. Like, that's not accidental. And you can burn through all your lives. We experimented with it last time on stream. And I just walked off the ground as fast as I could. We burned through 4 lives in under 2 seconds. Okay, let's see how quick we can kill ourselves. Ready? Hell yeah, that's tight, bruh. That's a world record. So, again, to the fun. So you'll get robbed on that a lot. And it's just miserable. I hated it. Could you tell? It's a piece of shit. I'm not sure what else to say. I've like raked it over the coals as much as I can. It's an embarrassment to Battletoads. It was another nail in the coffin of 4 Battletoads. It was just one more nail in the coffin, bringing that what could have been a great franchise to an early death. And that's not even getting started on the abysmal Xbox game when they tried to reboot it. But, you know, Microsoft can't make a good game to save their life unless it's like Forza or something these days.
Things are about to get very, very dark.
Yeah, fun factor is 1. I hated this game. I'll be happy to never touch it again. I enjoyed Home Improvement more than this. No kappa.
Well, I think they actively made a choice too, that the bonus level with the reflections and the way that those bowling pins kind of went in the screen, it was hard to watch. I can't even imagine playing it. Just visually, it was very difficult.
Yeah, the graphics. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is finding ways to.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's hard to do all this shit on the fly with no script or anything. So yeah, I mean, you miss some stuff. That's why I usually have the chat call stuff out. Yeah, the visual vomit of those levels was just hurt your eyes so much. And you're right, the reflection on the floor in that first bonus level was really hard to look at, and that's graphical. And I already called out the turbo tunnel. The second bonus level where the floor is red, it's easier to look at because red's a dimmer color. But I'm absolutely gonna knock points on the graphics for that. I'll knock it 2 more points for that. Like, who gives a shit at this point? The score's already so low, and none of this really matters, but whatever. At least I can say I stand behind my decision. So, final score of 3.3. Okay, and the difficulty. So, the game is a brutal test of memorization. It's more brutal than an average retro game. Why? You know, most retro games, you gotta memorize them. But the difference is, in a lot of retro games, you can see where you're going. So you still kind of rely on memorization. This enemy pops up here. You want to stand right here when this projectile falls. Come on, man, I got killed by a letter T. That's, you know what, I'm being humiliated. Like that kind of memorization, but usually you can see where you're going. The memorization in this game is made much worse by the fact that you can't see a lot of it. You have to like know it's coming from off screen. And that makes it a lot harder. In the snake level, in the 3rd section, I believe, or 2nd or 3rd section, a snake's going at light speed across the screen. And there's a double spike you need to jump over. It's just totally blind. The only way I was even able to get through it consistently is I just, through dying there enough, I kind of got the timing of when I would need to jump. It is a very difficult game, obviously for all the wrong reasons. But the only thing this game has going for it that brings the difficulty down is its length. It's so short. There's hardly anything to it. And so there's not as much to memorize. And that helps. But I'd give this game a solid in terms of difficulty. For as short as it is, it's really took me a while. I mean, shit, it took me 23 hours or something, man. It's not a 10. It'd be between an 8 and a 9 on difficulty. But I'd say...
So 8.5?
Well, I don't really do points, but I'd give it an 8 on the difficulty. There's your final verdict on Battletoads in Battlemaniacs. Living, breathing shit show. 3.3 out of 10. And that was just being objective. If you just asked me, hey, what would you give that game? And I wasn't trying to do a review of it, I'd give it a fucking 1. I hate it. All right, see you later, Wang.
Yeah, congrats on another completion.
Thanks, voice chat. Yes, thank you. You are amazing. We love you very much. Well, looks like we might be starting the next phase of the channel.
Closing dark chapters. Let's go.
Closing dark chapters.
You are terminated.
Terminated.